What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Turbo today. Yes, we are. I believe this is a meme coin. I don't know too much about Turbo. I just know that it's been a hot topic lately. We're talking about it here. We're going to do some technical analysis. If that sounds good to you, hit that like button and subscribe. I know there's a handful of people in the Discord that are involved with Turbo, so this one's for you guys. Looking at I guess we can look at this high here. Look at this high to low. Maybe not. Maybe we won't look at that one. Let's look at this one over here. This high to this low. You went on a run from there all the way up to your 1272, back to your 618, and then up all the way to your 2272. Man, that is a beautiful 1272 to 2272 move after finding support on the golden ratio. That's just beautiful, man. That's the Fibonacci at its finest right there. What a move. I genuinely do believe that you found your relative high. Yes, Turbo, you've had your fun in the sun. Could you go higher? Sure, but at this rate, you guys, anybody getting in right now, you are you're very late to the party. Back at the beginning of this month, compared to where you are now, you're at about an 8.5x, and I mean, you've seen probably a total of what? That's a little bit. That's almost like an 11x throughout this whole month. So you've seen a lot of growth from the first of this month, right? It makes sense that you would pull back a little bit. Okay, if we look at this coin. Turbo here, we look at the 24-hour volume. 24-hour volume is $219 million. The market cap is $286 million. When you see the volume being at similar levels or even higher levels than your market cap, that generally means that you're at your high. That's normally what that means. It's not a good thing. It's good to see a lot of volume, but when you're seeing a lot of volume like this in a 24-hour period and you're not moving, you're seeing as much volume as is in your market cap and you're not moving, that's not necessarily encouraging, right? You want to see volume as you're moving. If you saw that much volume and you grew 100% today, well, cool. Now your market cap is 500 or 600 million and you have that same volume, that would actually look good, but you're not growing, so you're probably selling, you're probably exchanging hands. This is kind of a bit of a warning to everybody in Turbo, but it does look really good. I'm not gonna lie, this chart does look really good. Just if you're looking to get in, it's probably not the best time to get in. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but do your own research, do your own things. We're at about the 1886 here. I did make a video recently on Turbo. Was it on Thursday? It wouldn't have been this would it have been this Friday? Maybe it was on that Friday, and I was calling for a relative high. It might have been here. I was calling for a relative high. Yes, my last video, because we were at the 1618, but we went up a little bit higher. Even with that, even with me saying that this was probably a relative high, and that probably would have been a fair assumption to sell at that price. But however, you've gone up a little bit more since. You've gone up, damn man, how much since then? Let's see. Right now, you're up 50%. Overall, you went up 83% since then. I don't even care, man. If you sold here, you give it a couple weeks, it's probably going to be 50% lower than what you sold it at. Just give it some time. But yeah, I definitely do think that you're at a topping point. If you're not there yet, perhaps you can go a little bit higher, but what gives it away for me is the volume. So I feel like at this point, I'm just kind of running in circles. I don't really know if I have anything else that I want to say. Let's look at the daily RSI. Very, very hot. You went all the way up to your 90s, man. You hit the 96, almost a 97. That's hot. Very, very hot. 4 hour was very hot as well. Overbought. Now you're not. Quite the sell-off there. Do we have any legitimate exchanges with like volume? Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm just calling it what it is, man. I think you found your relative high, and that's okay. Very bullish chart. Probably pull back. Where are you going to pull back to? This relative low to relative high here, you pull back to your 0.5. This relative low to relative high here, it's going to be a bit of a different move, but you pulled back to your 618 area. If we look at this relative low to the relative high, maybe we could expect to see the same thing, down to about 0.0015 to 0.0011. Somewhere in that area, but a higher low nonetheless is what I think Turbo has in store for it. After that, we can expect potentially to see more growth, but that's all I got to say for you guys. Caution, a little bit of caution out there for the people in Turbo. I'm not recommending that anybody buys here. None of this is financial advice. Do what you want. If you want to buy, go ahead and do that. If you want to sell, it honestly probably is a good time to sell. You're literally selling at the all-time high move, but it could go higher. It absolutely could go higher. You could see it, but I'm not totally convinced of that. I mean, with the way this looks, maybe you go all the way up to 0.00869. What's your market cap right now? The thing, I just don't like that your volume is lining up with the market cap. That's not condemning, but oftentimes it is. So I don't know. Take it for what it's worth. I'm done rambling at this point. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.